I guess you could say we're in a race. We're all running towards an imaginary finish line that we dream about making our reality. But how are you running your race? Most say they're running a marathon, but really act like they're running a sprint. See, the only problem is marathon runners don't train like sprinters, and vice versa. Different skills and mindsets are required for each one. It's the same for traders. Figuring out what kind of race you want to run is the first step to reaching that finish line. So make your decision. Pick your race and run. And we'll see you at the finish line. Yo, Maestro here. Welcome to The Long and Short. On this channel, we show you how to trade the crypto market from both a long and short-term perspective. Doesn't matter if you're a hodler or a scalper, we have something for you. These videos provide daily TA on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a number of other cryptos, but we also post tutorials on how to take advantage of this market with smart money price action trading techniques. If this is the type of content that you're looking for, please like if you're in the crypto fight, subscribe if you're with the vibe, share if you care, hit the bell if you need direct mail. Let's get to the money. Before that, we just want to mention we were really trying to build up the subscriber base, guys. We think we bring a lot of good content here, and we're going to continue to bring it because this is also the way that I like to journal, right? I like to go back to these videos, look back at what I said a week or two ago and see if that's actually happening. So definitely go ahead and subscribe, like, let's go ahead and get into the money. All right. So Fear and Greed Index currently sitting at 26 from yesterday's 20. Market is pretty optimistic today. You can watch the financial news. You can read some reports. I thought it was going to be a bunch of FUD burgers, but it seems like they're holding that off until sometime around March. Just like we thought yesterday, February may probably be a pretty good month in regards to pushes to the upside. All right, so let's dive into bar chart. Bitcoin futures for February 22. The EMA is certainly touching price at this point, and it seems to be kissing it right now. So let's see what happens. If price does break above this 13 EMA, we said we want to see a continuance, not what we see right here, right? We want to see it break above, keep going, and then that will give us very bullish vibes for February going into March, all right? Open interest is sitting at a high right now. Pretty much the highest it's been in a long time. So lots of open interest on the market right now for what's going to happen by March. Also, when it comes to the FOMC, we're hearing different little inklings in the financial news. People are anticipating anywhere from 3 to 4 rate hikes, and they're thinking that it's going to be 25 basis points, which isn't a major hit. Okay, the market can absorb that, bounce back. You may see some negative price action for a few days, but you should be able to bounce back from that. That's positive news for crypto. Okay, so keep your eyes on that. When it comes to the commitment of traders, your small speculators are still squeezing closer to that zero line. Your larger speculators have pushed net zero, and your commercials are pushed net short, right? So again, very good catalyst that we're seeing right here for bullish price movement. Also, adding to the bullish case, you're starting to see your elder ray push over that zero line, okay? So we always say, once the bulls start to take charge, if the bears follow them and relinquish power, you're going to see a lot more money coming into the market. The bulls have power. How long this lasts, we're not really sure. It could be a short blip like we have right here, right? But at least you'll start to see more positive price action. And the people who got in a couple of weeks ago or a week ago off that major dip, they'll really start to see some profits at this point. When it comes to the money flow index, you definitely have a lot more money coming into this market and people are accumulating at this point. All right, let's go ahead and dive into the charts. Taking a look at the overall crypto market cap, we are currently sitting at 1.755 trillion, trying to climb our way out of this weak zone, right? So I think that we can do it. Definitely, if we have a bullish February, we're going to climb way past this number of 1.87, I think. All right, we may sort of consolidate around these areas. You do have some highs here that need to be considered, right at around 2.12 and 2.28. But it'd be very nice to see the crypto market cap sitting above 2 trillion again, okay? I think we've had enough downwards depression action, and it's time to push things up a bit. So seems like that's what's happening in the market right now. Bitcoin dominance taking a hit today. Seems like altcoins are definitely moving. Things like Solana, we're going to talk about, right? All of the movers today. But that does affect Bitcoin dominance. So it's down right now to 41.91%. If we take a look at ETH dominance, definitely climbing, right? So ETH is taking over right now. Bitcoin falling off a little bit. But that doesn't mean you're going to see negative prices, right? It's just the dominance. As you can see, both are up to date. ETH is just up a lot more than Bitcoin. ETH up right now 3.61%. Okay, so ETH dominance climbing up. We'd like to see if it can push above 20 and keep pushing up higher. Let's dive into our scalping charts to see what is available on the 1 hour. All right, taking a look at the 1 hour, we can see that Bitcoin has been supported by this high level that we had drew before, right? So it spiked into it, gathered a little steam from these lows here that were collected, and boom, started to push up, right? So again, our rules were pretty much followed. Price did come in to fill this imbalance for the most part, right, with this wick. And then at the same time, it took out these equal lows and boom, gave it some steam to push higher. Okay, you did have a bit of a retracement, but you do have some people trying to fight price back down at these levels, right? You have folks that definitely wanted to sell at 39.40, right? And if we were to go into our heat map, I'm pretty sure that we'll see some resistance in these areas. Now, what do we say? If price starts to create a range, right, it's going to start to swing back to the bottom of the range. And what does it have to go get? You still have a small area of imbalance here. Okay, so this push down took care of this one. Let's zoom in a bit. This push down took care of this imbalance, but you still have some here. So price could actually start to come down more towards the end of the week or even today, right? And try to fill in some of this imbalance. Be very interesting to see if you can bounce from here and keep going. I think you do have the power to do that. Remember, overall macro perspective right now is looking pretty bullish. Okay, so I'm not anticipating prices to really crush down and go to the bottom of these ranges back to 32. We're actually in what seems like an uptrend. Higher lows being set, right? This really didn't set a higher high, but this did. And so this gives us confidence. What we want to see is if price can push through this liquidity zone, right? Because it already grabbed the liquidity to the top side here, which we said was a target. It turned around there. Can it maintain, bounce off this line, keep going up? Okay, so right now, if you're thinking about swings or scalps, it's kind of up in the air in which way price will go. I'd like to see what happens by Asia. If price continues to fall and then we get to Asia, you may see lower prices back to these imbalances. If price maintains itself over this resistance flipped support, okay, in traditional sense, then we have pretty good signs here. Okay, so we're going to be watching our heat maps for levels right around 38.2. And let's see, right around 39.2. Okay, so I have about $1,000 gap here. Depending on which way price breaks and shakes out of this zone, that will show you which way it's going to continue. If it breaks down, we're going into a range. If it breaks up, we're on a bullish trend. Okay, that's the difference, and that's what we're going to be watching for price tonight into tomorrow. Let's dive into our macro views to see where some plays may be. All right, Bitcoin daily macro perspective. Price did come down, right? And we're starting to rally a bit. But these movements are pretty small compared to what you see here with these big down swing candles, right? Even some of these big green upwards candles. So even though it does seem like price is moving pretty aggressively right now, this small trading action right here in regards to the actual sizes of the candles is a bit concerning, okay? But what we want to watch is to see if this will keep pushing up. If it does keep pushing up, then we have pretty good confidence. Bitcoin right now trading in a discounted zone, right? And all of the rules that apply on the micro time frames with the 1 hour also apply to the larger time frames with the daily, right? So we want to see price push through this imbalance, see if it can reach these equal highs. At that point, you will be around the 44K level, a little bit lower, okay? This is going to be a major resistance level for Bitcoin to push through. If we're able to do it before the FOMC, good news, right? Now we're going for equal highs here at around 47, and we're going for highs here right at around 50K. All right, trading between the discount and the premium zone may be our range. We're still thinking that it may stay in this discount zone leading into the FOMC because, in my opinion, they're going to raise the rates at least 25 basis points. That's just an inkling that I get. Okay, and with that information, how will Bitcoin price be affected? Will it take off, or will it sort of see sort of a depression and fall back into a range? You can have a larger range here as well, right? So we have to watch this from a micro and a macro perspective to understand where price may want to turn around at once we start to get into these ranges, or if it's just going to keep pushing bullish. All right, so we're going to be continuing to monitor this every day to see what the next step is for Bitcoin. That does lead to additional information that we can use to trade the rest of the market. When it comes to Ethereum, pushing out of that discount zone very aggressively, right? Ethereum did find support here at 2401, like we mentioned before, and is pushing out of this zone. Very aggressive movements today, right? These are the movements that we want to see, okay? So Ethereum looking very strong, coming into a low premium zone. So let's continue to watch this to see if there's any further opportunities that develop. If in fact you do push down to a discount zone, anywhere under really 2,500 is a really good buy in our opinion for ETH. This is what we'll be looking at. When it comes to BNB, price is trading on a line. Very tight range here, not really expanding and exploding off of this line. It's been suppressed for the past week, okay? So will we find support here at 358? If in fact we don't and we break into this discount zone, we don't anticipate it being here long, should crack down, keep going up. Okay, so excellent buy opportunities in our opinion, somewhere around 340 for BNB. Let's see what happens. When it comes to XRP, also trading in a discounted zone near the bottom of it, but you are starting to see some pushes off of this line. And again, if it's breaking down into the bargain zone, we said it yesterday, anything below 55 cents, 56, 57 cents is a bargain deal for XRP. We're looking to get into those trades if they do happen. Okay, so right now, just trading sideways, everything's on the line. Not a lot of movement for XRP in a discount zone. Pretty good buy if you ask me. When it comes to Cardano, also, Cardano, we got out of our position last night. We just didn't see any real movement in it. And if we're not seeing movement in it, we're going to take our small profits and put it on something else, guys. Okay, there was a reason why we did this. Big imbalances to the top side here that we want to see price fill. But when we went into our heat map, there was a literal wall of about 2.6 million Cardano sitting right at the top. So it started getting pushed down. We saw that prior, so we just took our profits, okay? And we're going to live with that. We will probably go back into Cardano, but right now it's fighting this resistance a little bit too tough for us to really allocate anything substantial to it. So we're just going to sit on the sideline for now and wait for Cardano to make a move. Once it retraces down, we think that that'll probably be another opportunity to get in at lower prices somewhere back in our original entry zone around $1. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking for. All right, taking a look at Solana, very nice aggressive price action to the top side here today, up 12.28% at the current time of recording, right? And we said Solana had imbalances to the top side that it would want to go get, has equal highs to the top side that it would want to go get, right? Spike down, play out a little bit, boom, you see your move there, all right? We were worried about this area, but it seems like Solana does not want to go there, and you are continuing your push up higher. Solana also has some pretty good news today, so, you know, we'll continue to watch this. We kind of missed our entry here, but of course, price will always retrace. They'll always give you a second chance. You just have to be patient, okay? So that's what we're waiting for. Any prices lower than under $100 right now seem like a pretty good buy for Solana, even though you may experience some drawdown if, in fact, there are some negative things happening in the market if you get in at $100, but that's a fair place to watch for Solana. When it comes to Avax, also trading in a discounted zone, okay, currently at $71. We think that Avax is also a very strong project. This spike right here took out some equal lows, but not all of them, so we are expecting prices to probably come and revisit these areas. If in fact we do go into some sort of bearish movement, you may see Avax drop down to the low 50s, $40 area, which is opportune for us because we see when it visits these areas, it doesn't stay here long. It does get out of here pretty quickly. All right. Patience is the key to the game here when it comes to these hodl moves, and just waiting for things to come back to your areas for you to buy is what you're looking for. Also, this isn't really a bad buy right now because as you can see, once you do push up into these premium zones, you do get supported here. All right. When you spike down into these discounted zones, okay, you're really not staying here very long. This was a hard push. Rest of the market came with it, right? So we can almost think that this is going to push into a low premium zone pretty soon if February is a bullish month, maybe within the next day or two. Okay, let's take a look at Atom. Okay, our position in Atom has gone up and retraced a bit, but we do have confidence that this will keep pushing up higher. So we got it almost in the discount zone, but I was really eyeing these lows here. Entry was hit, boom, it's taking us up. So hopefully we continue. Okay, we're continuing to watch this position pretty closely, but we are up in this trade right now, up 2.67% today. So that's also good news for us when it comes to Atom. Right now, trading in a low premium zone at $28. Okay, Polkadot also in a discounted zone currently, looking like it wants to push up through some of these imbalances and take out some of these equal highs. Okay, it'd be very impressive to see if that's able to actually get done. But right now, Polkadot trading at 1976 in a discount zone. We think it won't stay here for very long if February is a bullish month for crypto. So this is something that we're watching. If it does creep back down to these bargain zones, we are looking at the buy for 15.15. That limit order is set and we're just waiting for it to happen. When it comes to MATIC, also in a low premium zone, right? Hasn't really moved, stays pretty stationary here on this sideways trajectory. So if the market continues to push up a little higher, right, we're expecting MATIC to go with it. But right now you're at a negative percentage trade for the day. You're at a negative percentage gain for the day, but it's just kind of hovering right around that zero line. So we'll see. If we do drop down a little bit lower into a discount zone, MATIC under $1.50 to us is a pretty decent buy looking at the current price action. When it comes to Luna, Luna is fighting its way out of this discount zone, but it wasn't able to do it just yet today. So You do have a lot of downwards pressure here. There are some imbalances to the top side. Big one here, right at around 70, maybe between $70 and 76. But I'm not sure if it's trying to get there right now, okay? Currently trading in a discount zone. It may consolidate here. We've said this before. May consolidate here for a little while before it decides to push up. But the rest of the market, if you do get that influx of market cap, it will try to push this up as well, I'm pretty sure. Luna is a top 10 coin. And so if anyone's investing in crypto, this is something that they're getting into. We're still waiting though, right? Patience is key. So we're waiting for around a $39 to $45 Terra Luna before we jump in. All right, Theta's still in the bargain zone. Did have a bit of a bounce, but really sideways action here, right? Still stuck in this range. So we want to see it break out, go for these imbalances and break back into the discount zone before we get interested. Again, breaks of market structure really show you that you're turning more bullish. Okay, we can see that on Bitcoin, we can see it on Ethereum, but not everywhere. Okay, other coins are still trying to work on breaking that market structure to the left. So if they're able to do that, that's positive sign. The more we see cryptos doing that, more positive signs. Okay, so these are things that we're watching for February, but right now Theta is sitting still, currently trading at $2.92 down for the day. All right, so for Harmony One, you're moving in a discount zone right now, trying to push your way out. You do have some equal lows being set here, lots of resistance, right? So Harmony One, we're thinking still at around 17 to maybe 18 cents are good areas to get in, but you do have lows to the left here, this big spike down. These are things that we worry about, right? So Harmony One could actually retrace down more. You are having a bit of a negative day. So we're looking for bargain zones, if possible, right? Looking to the left, doesn't stay here long. If possible, we'll get there. But otherwise, we're looking at these lows here for possible entry for Harmony One. Okay, moving on to a secret token. All right, when it comes to secret, also trading in a discount, trying to push his way out. But again, this looks very similar to Harmony One, right? Top of the discount zone, lows to the left here, some areas for price to try to go for. There are areas for the highs as well, right? So you have some equal highs here. With these two candles, I'm pretty sure that if we zoom in, we can see some equal highs set there and also imbalance areas here for price to go for. So secret token can push up. All right, we need to be aware of that. Looking at the previous price action, set a pretty nice M pattern. All right, hasn't broken to all the way to the bottom yet though. So these are things that we may be anticipating. If February is a bullish month, may not get there right away, may have to wait a bit, but we're expecting this to really stay lower in discount areas before we get in. Maybe somewhere around $3.75 for secret token. Phantom is trading in a low premium zone, still supporting itself here. It's nice big wicks from the bottom side, so there seems to be support. There are imbalances here to the bottom side, really none to mention to the top side here. You see this big wick up, kind of cleared this imbalance. So we're really watching more towards the bottom side as well for Phantom. And again, if everything's bullish in February, we're expecting this to really rally more to high premium prices, right? So if you are in Phantom, these are pretty fair areas for you to take profit if price does start to push up more. But we're waiting to get in these discounted areas more towards the support levels of maybe $1.30 and maybe a little lower around 95 cents, okay? VeChain also trading in the bargain zone right now. We think this is a pretty good deal. You did have your crack of liquidity to the downside, but no real pushes up. This doesn't give us a lot of confidence, but we'll see. There are imbalances to the top side, equal highs to the top side here that we would probably want to go for. And it seems like you're right at your support levels here at maybe 4 cents, a little bit higher, okay? There are more lows here to the downside that price could possibly go for if we go more bearish, okay? But we still think February is going to be bullish, so we're not necessarily looking for those areas just yet. In a bargain zone, so right now, VeChain is still a pretty good buy for those who may want to get in, currently trading at 5 cents. Algorand in a discount zone, okay? Being supported here as usual, and Algorand, I don't think is going to go pretty much any lower than this unless the market drags down more bearish, okay? I do anticipate for Algorand to go on some runs in February if the market does push bullish. Imbalances here, not so much to the top side here, but there are equal highs for price to go for in the low premium zone, okay? So we'll be watching that for Algorand, currently trading right now at a discount, in our opinion, at 98 cents. Okay, Firecoin trying to get some bullish momentum. Okay, we talked about Firecoin pretty bad the other day. They must have heard us and said, come on, let's go. And they started to push this price up a bit, okay? But you're getting up moves, down moves, up moves, down moves, okay? So right now, to me, you may be setting the top of a range, but if price goes bullish in February, it will push to this imbalance and try to take out these other areas. These are the areas of market structure that we want to see broken to the top side if, in fact, Filecoin is going to break out of this area. But right now, trading at around $20, we still think Filecoin is a pretty good go if you're looking to get into it. Dogecoin trading at a bargain price, still at around 14 cents. And I'm not sure how much price is going to move from here, guys. If anything, people may start to capitulate. But if the market does go on a run, anything could happen. A lot of people have been talking about Doge for the past week and a half. But you see the price movement is not there, guys. It's just not there. You don't have that institutional influx of money coming in. I think Elon Musk has done a lot to try to push this forward, but it just doesn't seem to have the capital. Okay. On top of that, you have inflationary pressures on Dogecoin that will continue to drag this price down. We need to be careful in what we're doing with Doge and pay attention to this price action, because things could go wrong pretty quickly here if they don't turn around pretty quickly. All right. That's what we're seeing. Taking a look at our metaverse tokens, these pretty much track in unison. So Engine, Mana, and Sandbox right now in the discounted zone. If we go to Mana, also in the discounted zone, trying to push its way out of there, but seeing some downwards price action today. And for Sandbox, also in the discounted zone, right? So all of this price action looks very similar, nearly the same, okay? And I would say that Engine token probably has the most steam out of all of these. It's losing the least amount today. All right, Mana and Sandbox both down almost identical, 4.9% at the time of this recording. So that's what we're seeing in the metaverse right now, still trading at a discount if you ask me. Chainlink also trading in a discount, but Chainlink has very good price action. We see, boom, we got supported by this bargain area again. So the buy was right here, right around 14.5, right? So bargain zone gets broken, boom. Price will show you the same characteristics over and over and over again, folks. There's reasons why you see this, okay? There's institutions and bigger money buying right at these levels. The limit orders are set, doesn't matter. Comes down, we're getting in. And this is the way that price moves. And this is why you're seeing these bounces from this area. So this right here was a coordinated move, limit order set, price touched it, going away. All right, so we'll continue to see if Chainlink can continue to push up. There are imbalances to the top side here that you would be looking to go for. Currently trading at a discount, $17.20. AAVE trading at a bargain price, but I think it's going to jump out of this zone into a discount zone. Right now at 162. This was down to about $130 the other day, right? So you're starting to see really good price movement up about 3.35% today. Imbalances to the top side, equal highs to the top side. This looks like a push into the discount zone. Let's see if it can break out into a low premium zone. I don't think it has enough steam for February, but we'll see, depending on how much money comes into this market. When it comes to the graph is showing us some life, right? Nice big push today at 6.84%. And again, we said that the graph in a bargain zone, if it were to start to push back up, we want to see it break market structure. These little pushes here where you see highs, right? If we just zoom this in, where you see other highs there, you want to see it break these highs, right? Take this imbalance, break these highs, keep taking out market structure to the left side here for us to really say we're on some kind of bullish movement. All right, so right now I'm still not convinced, but the graph is still pushing up pretty hard here out of the bargain zone. And if we zoom out a bit, these are areas that were supported somewhat before, okay? So we were thinking it may have broken down a little bit more, but it seems to be going opposite to that. So we'll see what happens with the graph. Not fully convinced that this is breaking out just yet. And with curve down, we are trading out of this discount zone. You see, this is what you want to see when you're coming out of a discount zone. Very aggressive price movement, days of bullish price action. This is what we're seeing right now for CRV, right? Supported at these levels here at maybe around $2.65, $2.70. Pushing up out of the discount, you may want to get your hands on some of this. In fact, if it does retrace a bit, that's what we're going to be looking for. And that's the market wrap for today. Hopefully this has been helpful. We'll continue to bring these videos to everybody. It's your boy Maestro. Salute. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share this with somebody who you think may be interested in the same type of content. All right, we out of here. Peace.